Hello, folks. Welcome to Studio Nicole. I am Nicole, and I'm so glad that you're here. I left this bin on my desk after my last video to encourage me and remind me that this one is going to be my next project and my next video, and I am here to fulfill that promise. So I am going to actually, I guess I tucked that in there thinking that that's where I wanted it, but I haven't actually done anything with it yet. So that's one of the things that I want to do is I want to put that in there. Um, I this was also one of the very last things that I did was I put this little butterfly on this page. So I still have a few of these larger pages to fill, and I don't really have a plan for them yet. And I know I want to put this in. So I think I'm going to use some more of this tape. I really am loving it, and I think it will work perfectly for this. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, I have a limited amount of time tonight. There's a Zoom that I am going to try to be on at 8 o'clock. So that gives me about 45 minutes, 40 minutes or so to get some stuff done. And after that, I'm going to be done regardless. So we'll see how much I can get done in that amount of time. And then I really need a bigger pair of scissors than this, to be honest. This is here we go. That's better. Right. I probably should. I stuck that right on here, but I really should glue it because it's never going to stay. Um, do you trust washi tape without glue on it? I feel like it really depends on the washi, and this is actually closer to like I would this one, if I was going to trust any of them, I might trust this one because it's really sticky. But still, it doesn't hurt anything to put a little glue on there. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to just tuck this right in the edge. And I'm going to cut another strip of this from there. And we'll do the same thing. Gosh, I don't have enough space somehow. Um, I feel like I actually have a fairly clean desk, and it still feels like I have no space. I don't know why that is. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday, the past couple of days. I've been able to nap. I've come home both days, yesterday and today, and napped. And that seems to have helped at least a little bit. All right, so here we are. I really do I love this. I said book text like 3 times yesterday in the video that I recorded. It is clearly not book text. It's handwriting. It's a variety of cursive. I can't actually read it. I don't think it's in English, but I don't recognize what the language is. Oh, sorry. Sorry, sorry. Um, anyway, I love it. I like that it doesn't show, it just barely is covered, right? But then it gives us a little like happy little flappy something, and the string hanging down I think is cool too. I like that. I do have somewhere here, I do still have this strip that I thought I might put somewhere just to tie that in, but I don't really know where on here I want to put it, so I might just, I've already got some on that page. Hmm. I don't know. I guess I could put some. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it off and we'll see what happens because I don't really know where I want it, but I'll keep it there and maybe I'll use it for something soon. So these little bins here were all the random things that I had pulled out, pieces that I wanted to use in the project or things that I thought would maybe be a good fit. So I'm just reaching in here first. I want to do something here on the back of this little flap that I just made. So I don't know if I want words because I've already got words here and they stay like when I flip this, things are sticking to everything. So this is already being used on another page. I know I used this somewhere in here, didn't I? There it is. So I've already used this tissue paper on this page, but maybe it would be a good fit here on the back of this just to, again, to kind of like keep repeating the patterns and things. So I'm looking at the other papers that I have. I'm trying to find something that's going to look good with this background. Under the, maybe I'll do some music paper. That's what I'll do. Although I kind of like the stitching on this side too. So maybe I'll just tear some music paper a little smaller and glue it in the center just so that there's something in the background, just some like layers. I'll just layer this in here. I am happy to be getting back to this project. I have been feeling, as you know, if you've watched any of my recent videos, I have been feeling very uninspired lately, a little burnt out with work and just everything, the season changing, and so I just haven't really wanted to work on anything. But this project really has me excited. I'm so glad to be back at it. I should have pulled it out sooner instead of waiting so long. I don't know if I want to cover the whole thing, the stitches and all. Maybe I'll just cover the center. Again, I'll just slapping some glue stick down, not being real fancy. I'm just going to lay this down and I probably should have used different glue. That was a bad idea. Okay. This is why sometimes we don't just slap down some glue stick, right? Lesson learned. I should have known that, honestly. Definitely, you know, definitely should have learned that. All right, I'm going to use my decoupage matte glue instead. I'm gonna, oh, look, my paint water was purple. Actually, that's kind of good because I was thinking that I wanted to just add some color around the outside of this. That makes me want to do around the outside. Um, just like Adele. If any of you watch Adele to Me or Inky Quill, she does that every single time she says around the outside. Um, and so now it makes me want to do that because it makes me think of both her and Eminem at the same time somehow. All right, I'm rambling. Oh, it's a mess. It's just a mess. That's okay. It's okay. Whatever. It's allowed to be a mess a little bit, right? So here's what I've got. I just put some book paper down and I covered it up with this metallic tissue paper. I like that the blue picks up the blue over here. I know it's kind of hard to see the color on camera because really all you're getting is the shine, the metallic. But if you get it at just the right light, you can kind of see that the color of the blue matches this blue over here. So I like that, but I do think that I want to do some additional color, and I haven't got to my watercolors much lately. So I'm going to grab those. Let me put the lids on my glue so nothing dries out. I don't know how much I'll be able to get done before I hop off around 8 o'clock, but oh, don't fall. But I'm just gonna keep trying and see. We'll see. So I did just say that my paint water was pretty muddy, so I probably should go. I'm gonna pause and go get fresh paint water. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Clean paint water, and I'm going to just grab some of this watercolor. I might go with a pink. We'll see. Let's start with that, and we'll see what happens. Oh, some of this paper did not stick down very well. I'm just peeling that up. Um, I kind of like it gets caught in like the edges. And it looks kind of mottled. I realize you can't really see it. Let me see if I can come down closer. Oh, that just messes the light up, doesn't it? Mm. No. Is that a little better? You can kind of see a little closer what I'm doing here. I'm just smearing some of this around the edges, and you can kind of see that it's like sinking into where the stitches are. Um, I like that. It gives it just a little bit of, dimension and background. I do like how that's turning out. I might try just a little bit of the darker color. It doesn't really show up as much darker, honestly, on the page. So I think I might just stick with the color that I had. Although, I don't know, maybe I can really saturate it and get some dark. I do like that. Do we like that? This is maybe easier to just pick it up than it is to try and change the. Hmm. Well, now it looks pretty messy. That's okay. That is okay. It's allowed. Just kind of dabbing a little bit of that up. What happened is some of that tissue paper is not laying down like clearly, like it's peeled up. Probably when I was dabbing at it with the paintbrush. So it just really picked up the paint, and I do kind of like it. But it was just getting a little too messy. So I just wanted to dab a little bit of that off. Yeah, it's just not working really well with the tissue paper. The tissue paper's just not staying in place well enough. All right, well, I'm going to leave that and let it dry. And at least we've got some color on the back of this. So this is what we have on the front. And on the back, we just have some blue tissue paper, some music paper in the background, and some pink watercolor. I might put something on there, like a focal point of some kind, or I might just leave it like this. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it dries, because these colors will sometimes dry lighter. Watercolors, typically do. So it might look different when it dries. So the next page is purples and blues, a little bit of pink down here in the corner, but primarily, I'm going to move you back up though, because it's a little bit easier for me. I don't feel like I'm going to smack my head on the camera. So I have this feather. It's a die cut, and it's cut out of obviously gold paper. I thought that maybe I could use that somewhere in here. I do like the gold, but it doesn't quite like it's kind of a different gold tone than the gold along the edge. So I don't actually know if that will work. I'm not really sure. What else do I have in here? I have these. These are constellations. I sort of like that. Oh, hold on a second. All right, I am back and I have this little strip of paper that's got some constellations on it. And I thought that this actually looked kind of neat on this page. I like the black because we've got, some black motif sort of going through some of these pages. There's more black here. This butterfly is stamped in black ink with some shimmery blue over top of it. So I think that it ties in well together. I just can't. I think there's more contrast if I put it on this page. Maybe I want to layer a little bit. Ooh, how about this? So I've got this, which is obviously the other part of this page. What would happen if what if I like layer it over here? I actually don't really like this blue against this blue. I don't love that. Just out of curiosity, what happens if I layer it with like a white border? How about that? I kind of like that. The white border really makes it stand out even more. But this page underneath is not quite white. It's like beige. So I feel like the white is too stark against that. So maybe I need to try and find. No, that's still too white. Maybe I need to try and find a page that is not stark white. Mm, So that is this is cool. I really like this. This is some of the same paper that I used on this. I like it's got the black, but I also like it's got the pink. There's some tiny little hints of pink standing out. So I think I might use this instead right here. Maybe I'll do it this way. I'm gonna just tear this off a little bit higher than where I need it. And I'm just gonna layer. Hmm. I wish that it was the shape was a little different. So when I do, well, that works okay. So the problem is that this piece of paper is not like gets wider at the top. So if I put it on there like even, then I have such a thin margin that I lose really any hint, just the barest hint of the pink. So what I would like to do is maybe give a little wider margin so that the pink comes out a little more. And I think it actually is okay because if I layer it like this, then the white of the page in the background comes through and it doesn't look like it blends in. I think it looks okay. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to layer. Do a little bit of layering. And I can definitely use this glue stick here. I probably should have put the glue on this paper first. Oh well, I didn't. Right. And like that. I'll do it on this one. I'll do it the right way, I guess. I still kind of want to rebel sometimes. Let's make sure I turn this the right way up. All right, there is that. So now we've got this page. I don't know. I kind of want to do I want to do some words, and I might want to do something on this page, but I don't really know what yet. Haven't quite decided. So I'm just digging through this bin to pull things out. I want some contrast, but oh, what about this? Since I've got this over here, what if I do some more of it? Like, it's coming over across the page. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not loving that. I've got this, this is just like napkin backing probably that I've got some stamps and things on. Kind of like the idea of the dots. Again, to pull the black across the page, and this tissue paper will fade into the background. So I might just tear some of this and maybe do a strip of it down the page. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to use the decoupage medium for this because the tissue paper will definitely tear and pull apart as we were reminded on our earlier page. Right. So just going to lay this down and layer this across the page. And then I'm going in. I've got I'm getting my brush wet before so that the to just kind of water the glue down even more because I really don't want to just tear this tissue paper, but I want to saturate it really well with this glue mixture. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to love this bottom part, but maybe. We'll see how that dries. Oh, look at that. Just peeled right off. See, that's what happens. It just peels off. But that's okay. That little bit is okay. I actually am wondering if maybe I want to take just a tinier, whoops, that just fell apart. I think I'm going to take just these tiny little strips that has this, sorry, again, it's hard to see, isn't it? This pattern, which is more like drywall tape, I'm going to just tear a few strips of that and put that up here at the top to pull this pattern up. I don't like it when something is just on the page in one place. I think that makes it look a little out of place, and I don't love that. So, with that being said, I also have this little strip that I tore off, and I'm just going to put it over on this side. Just the tiniest little hint to pull that pattern across, kind of hold things together, right? We like that. All right, this is pretty wet. So I'm going to pause and use my heat gun to dry this tissue paper before we do anything else to this page. I am back and my page is dry. I've lost my glue lid. There we are. So I just want to finish this one page. I'm almost out of time and I'm gonna have to hop off here in just a couple minutes. So I just wanted to see if I could finish this page and I'm trying to find something that will work as a little bit of a focal image and I am not really finding anything. I'm trying. I'm still trying, but not. Yeah, none of this I don't think is going to work here. What's in this little? Did I use this? Did I do any of these stamps anywhere? I did them in gold. I could maybe do another gold stamp here or black. What do we think? Let's try black. since we've got like little black elements all over the page. This is a memento. I think I need a new black ink pad because this one is, you know, probably approaching the end of its life. Where do I want this? I think I want it here because this is the lightest part of the page where this white is. So I'm going to go in right here. It's pretty, it's pretty light. I'm going to try and make this tall. Do I want to do another one? All right. And then maybe I'll do a shorter one right here next to it. Oh, do I want one over here? Let's do that too. Let's do it a second one. Real lighter. Okay. All right. I'm liking that. Maybe just the tiniest little bit more down here. Nope, didn't like that. Oh well, it's fine. What can I do? Let's I've still got some ink on my stamp, and I just want to stamp it off in a way that maybe might be usable later for something else. So I'm just stamping it on this. I think this was from a calendar, actually. Yeah. Um, so, I just, rather than waste the ink, I just stamped it onto this, and maybe I'll use that for something else someday. All right. So that works. I don't have any words on this page. Looks like I've got, well, I don't have any words on this page either. Looks like I've got some words. Most of the pages have words on them, but not all. I might just let this one simmer for a while and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if I want to put anything else on here or not. I might leave it like this. I am thinking maybe like right here would be like a good place to have some words. If I can find some with a black background, like the Tim Holtz words maybe might work. But we will save that for another day, folks. This was a quick one. I've got something else I need to get to, unfortunately. Otherwise, I really do have some energy and some momentum, and I would like to stay and keep playing. But I'm going to keep this bin on my desk as a reminder that this project is here and available whenever I am short on inspiration. And hopefully that'll keep me motivated over the next couple of weeks. I would like to get this finished soon. Thanks for joining me today, folks. I hope you have a great night. I will see you in the next one.